welcome to this video where we're going to go through using the Right Account spreadsheet to calculate what your Etsy deposit should be. Now note, this sheet has been created for free and is available when you sign up at Right Accounts just for my newsletter subscribers. And I'll give you more details on how to download the sheet in a moment. But first, I do want to say, and I've said this on every video in this series so far, it is really important to understand your Etsy fees, what Etsy charge you, when they charge them, and how you are expected to pay them. And there is a separate video if you don't want to sign up for the newsletter to receive the calculator sheet, where you can manually calculate what your deposit should be using the transaction fees and the other elements that are charged within a deposit. So first, I'm going to say about deposits. Ideally, I recommend deposits are set to daily. It is your money and your cash flow will thank you. Having these weekly or monthly deposits just delays when you receive your money and increases the opportunity for Etsy to deduct fees from that. Why would you want to pay Etsy more than you need to at any given time? I understand eventually the bill will need to be settled, but it doesn't need to be settled immediately, as you get until the 15th of the month to pay any outstanding items. If you do want to know more on my thoughts on why you should set daily deposits, head over and find my Etsy payment account settings video and I'll go into more detail on that. Just to note, the calculator that you will download hasn't been created for digital downloads. It is for a physical product. So what information are you going to need? So we're going to need all the same information as when we were calculating our sales fees, sales total, shipping total, and sales taxes. But now we need it for all the sales that are included in the deposit you are receiving. We need to know if your credit card, the customer's credit card, has been processed by Etsy or by PayPal, where your buyers are located, so their destination of the parcel, any automatic relistings, any registrations for GST. Plus, we also need to know, to be able to calculate a deposit, what your Etsy account balance was at the end of the previous day. So the previous day to the sale is when we need to get the balance for. If you're not using daily sales, I can't convince daily deposits, and I can't convince you that. Whenever I say day, just substitute for week or month. So if you receive it weekly, you're going to look for the balance at the end of the day you received the previous deposit. That's very complicated, but daily deposits will make this calculation much easier. Also, we need to know what other fees we had on the same day as well as the sale. So we're going to have transaction fees associated with the sale. In order to calculate our deposits, we need to know what other fees unrelated to the sale also occurred on the same day as the sale. Then we're going to cross-reference these, obviously, to your deposit amount, because we want to know that Etsy are transferring the right amount to us. So the calculator sheet, this is a capture only. If you want to download it, please go to www.rightaccounts.com/Etsy calculator, and you actually get this sheet and two others to help with monthly calculations and per sale calculations. Now the sheet is only available when you sign up to my news list. I will only be the one using your information. It will not be shared, and you can obviously unsubscribe at any time. So maybe pause this video, head over to the address, the link is in the description for the video, and wait for that email to pop up in your inbox. So the first thing we're going to need to collect is the sales total for all your sales. Now you can find your sales totals in sales emails, on your online orders page, or on your orders page within the smartphone or tablet app. But remember, it's not just a single sale in a deposit necessarily. You may have a couple of sales if they occurred in the same deposit period, which should be the same day if you have daily deposits. The second important thing we need to collect from Etsy is the balance on the day before the sale and any other fees on that same day. So you're going to check in your payment account. So if you come into finances, payment account, we're going to go, we see the sale occurred here, so $50 on the 28th of February. So I need to find the balance from the end of the 27th of February. So if I have multiple transactions on the 27th, I need to find the last one. And I just pick up that running balance. So my balance at the end of the 27th of February was $8.02 owing to Etsy. I can also see that I actually renewed another listing on the 28th of February before the sale. So my other fees on the day are the listing, 28 cents, and the GST, because I'm not registered for GST, of 3 cents. I'm just going to note those down and we're going to use them in a moment. So where do I going to put this information into the sheet, and what is it you need to fill in? So first we're going to enter your sales into the green section. So we're going to enter the item total, the shipping total, and any tax information directly into the green cells. I have set this up for up to 10 sales in a single deposit. Then we're going to select the destination where that sale is going, whether that's domestic or international, because it will impact the fees you are charged. And then we're going to say if that item was relisted or not, so we can get those fees and calculate those as part of our deposit. We also need a couple of other pieces of initial information, so whether the payment was processed by Etsy, whether you're registered for GST, and then we put in that the balance from the previous day and any other information, and that all goes into the white cells. Our outputs then, the top in the pink, we get the quick totals for the expected deposit amount and the fees paid on the Etsy sale. And then in the orange, we also get a fees output. So this should be the totals we're seeing as charged to us on those sales for payment fees, credit card processing fees, listing fees, and transaction fees. So let's go ahead, switch to the sheet and have a fill in. So if you remember from my example here, the sale was for $50 with no shipping charges. I've got $8.02 of Etsy balance and one listing on the day. So I'm just going to put a single sale because I do have daily deposits. So it was $50 sale, no shipping, no tax. The customer was located in Australia, so I put domestic, and the item was automatically relisted. I use Etsy Direct Checkout only, so I know the payment processor was Etsy. I'm not registered for GST, so I'll leave this as no. And then I had the $8.02, and the other fees were the 28 cents and the 3 cents for GST. Just going to make that into a formula. So you can use formulas if you want to be adding items together. So to do that, then quickly telling me that I have paid $4.99 to Etsy on that sale, and I should be receiving a deposit of $36.68. If I transfer back, we can see $38.57. Now the difference is coming through in the transaction fee because Etsy are charging this incorrectly. So this $2.60 should actually be $2.50 because 5% of $50 is $2.50. This then also impacts on the GST because the GST is greater than it should be also. So that's what's giving me this discrepancy. Now Etsy have said they will resolve this issue by June the 30th, and for any overpayments they will send sellers a credit. So we'll just leave that on a watching brief for how that impacts how fees are calculated and deposits are calculated. So then just a quick cross-reference, you should see in your bank account the deposit amount, and you can also see when Etsy make the deposit what that amount should be. So this is a slightly different example showing a $48.08 expected, $47.98 received. This was a sale in March. Previously, sorry, that was a sale in February. Just to point out, these three items here are the ones that Etsy are calculating incorrectly. So you should only see a discrepancy in the transaction fee. Anything else you would probably want to just double check you have the information incorrectly. I hope that's been helpful. I'll leave the link to download the calculator below. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know.